What's good, guys? This is Zarek with Sobriety 365. I am back again. We are at the park again. And today we are on day 7. Let me take some of these off. I was on a walk. I walked about a mile to get here, get a walk in. We're on about day 7, 365. 1 week. Feeling way better from that first video I made for the channel. Been eating good, eating healthy. I'm losing weight. Face isn't so puffy and stuff anymore. Yeah, I just want to talk to you guys. You know, I made it through the weekend, which is one of the toughest. You know, that the first week. But it wasn't so bad this time, just because through the years of learning, of going on these streaks and learning how to get sober, I kind of developed strategies and stuff. One of these strategies I'm doing right now, making a video. But yeah, made it through the weekend. Didn't really have too much temptation. You know, one thing I did do was I kind of blocked a lot of my party friends. I blocked them on social media so they can't hit me up, just because they can get really fucking annoying, because a lot of these guys don't want to get sober, and they're kind of mad about your fact of getting sober because they think you're trying to be better than them or something. So I don't really give a shit anymore. They can take it how they want it. I put my fucking self first, period. And you should have that same mentality. But yeah, this place is super peaceful, this park here. I swear I've been here 1,000 times. Like, there's nowhere else in the world that gives me more like peace than this place. I don't know what it is. It's my favorite place in the world. But yeah, I made it through the weekend, and like I told you guys, I'm not someone who drank every day. It was more of a just Friday, Saturday type of guy, you know, every few weeks or every now and then. So I made it through the weekend, and some of my tips is I set a lot of goals. I set goals for the day, and I accomplished those. And part of setting those weekly and daily goals is that I know if I go out or do anything stupid, that it's going to affect my success and just my overall, like even going on a walk today for 60 minutes. If I would have drank last night, I would have been hungover. You know what I mean? So that's such a benefit. So tips for you guys to stay in, you know, on Friday, Saturday is have a full day to begin with. You know, yesterday I woke up early, I worked out, meditated, got a bunch of work done, met up with a really good friend, goofed around with him, got some food. Then I came back home, did some more work, and then I'm a huge UFC fan, and my boy Anthony Pettis got the knockout last night, and so that was pretty awesome. So I watched the fights, and then I watched a good movie, I believe, and then I went to sleep, you know. And the other side of sobriety is it's so beautiful. Like, you know, for a while there, I hadn't smoked weed for a while, but for a while there, for a couple months, like a few months back, before, you know, I was smoking weed almost every day for a couple weeks, and I never did that. I was just trying other ways to try to feel better. Part of it was to use it to curb the hangovers, and for me, I think marijuana has very great benefits. I have a friend with PTSD and who has traumatic brain injuries, and it works great for him. But for me, my body, I already have anxiety and things, and it just made it worse, you know. But I did have some good insights when I smoked, so I'm definitely, my eyes are freaking kind of red right now. I'm definitely not against smoking and the CBD oil and stuff. I'd say for people who are more anxiety prone like me, doing CBD oil is the best. I do find good benefits from that. But I just feel a lot of clarity right now. I'm down, you know, because I started dropping. I was on a 30-day streak, and then I broke it a week ago. But I've been on a diet for about, not diet, but changing my nutrition and my sleeping like 60 days ago. And I'm down 20 pounds, so I'm freaking stoked. And I tell you guys, one thing that's going to help keep you sober is having goals, you know, setting goals. And nutrition goals, weight goals, get in the gym. Meditation is huge for me, doing yoga, all these types of things. You know, but I think deep down, those things will help. But I think to truly get the sobriety I'm looking for, and that you may be looking for, is I was someone used to drink. I used to drink to try to fill a void, a hole in my heart. Maybe it came from many things. Like Eckhart Tolle says, the pain body, you know. not having the relationship with my father I wanted because he was an alcoholic, and the abuse and neglect I suffered at that. Dealing with multiple heartbreaks in my early 20s and teens, like serious girls I was in love with, haven't been in love since. So all of these traumas that you pick up throughout life, and those are usually the triggers that make us drink. So I noticed for me, I did a lot of work on those, so those triggers they're not as bad, but they're still there. So I've been doing a lot of different work, and I picked up a book called The Divided Mind, and it's a great book. It talks about how our unconscious rage and emotions that we have show up in our life in the form of pain and addictions and things of that nature. And it's been really opening me up, and I'm definitely somebody who's held a lot of rage inside me. When I was young, I used to play football and stuff like that, and that kind of helped me get it out. Now I do a lot of boxing and weightlifting, but it actually talks about how to healthily, like how important it is to actually let out those feelings. Like, so that goes to my point, is like, just to be straight up and be honest. You know, if someone's pissing you off, don't hold that inside. You know, if your friend's pissing you off, someone's pissing you off, you don't got to be completely rude. Just be straight up and frank. Like, hey, you're fucking pissing me off. Stop doing that. Stop saying that. You got to just start. You don't want to bottle these things up, because I would rather lose a friend, I would rather lose a social tie, than bottle up some of these emotions and fucking just flip out and use and abuse myself with drinking and drugs and things of that nature. I think that's very important, guys. So I just, you know, I'm no doctor or anything, but this advice is coming from a doctor, and just let your emotions out. And that's not just anger, guys. You know, that's also just pain and other deep emotions, depression and things of that nature. So I'm going to wrap this video up, guys. I just wanted to do my 1 week update. Y'all have a good one.